Hey guys, it's Trix. Welcome back. Well, I'm no longer used to this. This is probably gonna end up as a rambling mess, but before I get into that, I'm gonna talk about this piece first. So basically, I'm most confident in creating landscapes. So when I first started using my tablet, I would only make landscapes since that's what I know how to do. But lo and behold, things are kind of different in digital art, and I needed to learn how to make the strokes I would use when I'm using my acrylics and somehow transfer those into digital painting. In that process, I've made up a trio rule that, of course, I'd be changing as I learn more, but that's what I use to create this barn house kind of landscape. And here it is, Trix Beginner Guide to Digital Landscapes by a Beginner. Number 1. I don't know why I clapped. Drafts. Just like you would create thumbnails and practice sketches in real life, do the same for your digital pieces. Before I made this, I had actually drawn it out on paper simply because that's where I was most comfortable. As you can see by the layers though at the start of the piece, I also took the liberty of making even more drafts before I finally dedicated myself to the final line art. However, I only showed the part where I'm creating the final line art in this video just to make sure it doesn't take too long. If you guys want to see me actually sketching things, I could do that, just say it down in the comments below, but it would probably be a longer video. Anyway, number 2. Clap. Layers are your friend, irregardless of digital or traditional art. The magic in digital, however, is that if you wanted, you can revisit a layer and improve upon it. So in many times during this piece, I actually had to go in between layers and try something new so that I can get the type of effect that I wanted it to end up. But the importance between the layers is that you can go back to it and learn what you can when it comes to the foreground. So what I usually do is work on the background first and then work on the foreground, and simultaneously just work on it until you are getting what you want it to look like. But the thing is, in digital, you can easily go back to a previous layer and improve upon it, unlike what you can do in traditional art. So remember this tip and make the most of it so that you can create what kind of content you really want to create. Number 3. Clap. I've committed to it now. The same rules still apply. Whether or not you're making the piece on a tablet or on paper, the things you've learned about art, whether in school, by experience, or both, would still apply. So remember the rule of thirds, color palettes, depth and perspective, things like that. If you were unaware of these things, I do suggest that you take the time to learn about them because they will help make your pieces more intentional and assist you in putting imagination onto the page. It will basically help you create what you really want the piece to look like and put it onto the page, rather than just feeling like you want something to show up but it's not exactly what you're being able to put out. So there's the art rambling. Time for the normal rambling. If you don't really like listening to these things, I apologize. I mean, you could just fast forward and see the end of this piece, but this is very important for me and to some of the viewers who actually want to find out about me and what I've been doing. This is the time to listen. So first of all, I'd like to remind my future self and my viewers that although this is a YouTube channel, its first purpose is to be some sort of time capsule to me in the future. So I shouldn't really worry about the numbers and the views and the likes. I'm saying this not because it was bearing down on me, but more so that I can ground myself in whatever I'm trying to put out. Because sometimes I find it difficult to make videos because I feel like I should be doing it to grow the audience, when I should remember that that's not the point. The point is to just make things that I'm proud of and I want to look at in the future so that I can remember who I was at that point in time. So I love talking to all of you when you comment or message me, but in the end, it should always be about being myself, finding out who I am, and, you know, having fun. Second, I know I'm counting a lot in this video. Woo, I can count. I know this might seem counterintuitive, but I actually enjoyed the past 2 silent videos just because they also make me feel much calmer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the past 2 weeks I released 2 different videos that actually have no voiceovers. They're just good footage and a bunch of good music, and I actually played them. I downloaded them and I played them when I was studying, and it really helps make me feel much calmer. Because this year's noise just keeps getting louder, and watching some calm speed paints or video game footage it lets me remember that there can still be calm like within me, even if I'm always like go 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 as a person. It just helps me chill, you know? Finally, and here's the rambliest, shambliest, wambliest part. Time to get all of you and whoever's watching this in the future about what I've been up to. Basically, ever since July, I've been preparing for my boards. It's a licensure exam that I need to pass so that I can move forward with my medical career. It's been a difficult roller coaster because I've been trying to dodge and weave emotional turmoil since the start of everything this year, and my boards was postponed and reinstated and basically confused the heck out of my brain and my heart. The uncertainties of this world have left me in a painful state of limbo, and honestly, I find myself more confused than not nowadays. Recently, I've had to make a huge life decision as to whether or not I even want to go into residency and pursue this career. And even though I finally had the guts to decide, I still have the worst feeling in my stomach that everything is going wrong. And that's not just with my career, that's like in general. I submitted my first ever official job application last week, and dang, that was rough. I'm so terrified of all the things that are looming in my future, and I hate that because I shouldn't be. I've been training for years to get to this point, and I should be excited and giddy out of my brains, but at this moment I'm lost and afraid, and I honestly don't know when it'll get better. So no, people who are possibly listening plus me in the future, this isn't such a great time for me, and maybe I shouldn't be making videos on the internet for fun, but I will never be as true to myself as I am when I finally confess things out loud. So hello internet, this is just Trix, and sometimes I just need a break from life. If not, then at least some time making art or playing video games makes up for it. Well, that's all for this video, everyone. If you want to talk to me about anything and whatever it is, just jot them down in the comments down below, and please do leave a like and subscribe if my comment interests you. If you want to see any more of my pieces, I usually post them on Instagram. I'm a bit more active there than I am here on YouTube. So go go to that Instagram app thing and look for justtrixyt. I like to post there a lot, add stories there. I would reply to your comments there as well, not just here. What else? Oh, and I do have 2 consistent, well, they're not really consistent, but they're kind of series on my Instagram. The first is that I have a karaoke series, so if you ever wanted to hear me sing, you can see it there. Lol. And the second is that I also have a Draw This in Your Style that I try to do every week. Both of these I try to do every week. They're basically, the point of both of them is to basically help myself improve in some skills I want to. The first is for singing and lettering / calligraphy, and the second is for drawing portraits. Well, mostly portraits, but basically anything. Just help me improve in my digital art, because I really did grow up just making traditional art rather than digital. So that's most of what I want to say and remind everyone and myself in the future. So without further ado, see you all next time. I hope you like this video. Bye!